plus years of research through oral tradition with elders, medicine people, teachers, and artists. And the hoops is a template. We have as our template the circle, because in the circle everyone is equal. And so the ones of long ago recognized that circle as a powerful dynamic and energy. So with the native people, it's a matrilineal culture where the woman is at the center, because the circle of her skirt, that circle is all the little future generations arrive through the mother. And so they hold the mother as very, very sacred. And the next circle is the circle of the man's arms, because all who stand in the circle of an honorable man's arms is blessed. And so then the third hoop is the home, and that's where the children are. And then the next circle is the circle of the village, the community, where we have our teachers. The next circle is the hoop of the nation. This is our leaders. And then the hoop, the circle of the earth, which we honor our revered elders. And then there's the circle of the sky, which is the artist and the creative in everyone. And then there's a hoop of the spiritual leaders, and it goes out to 12 hoops. And so to me, all of my indigenous studies for over 45 plus years, Honor Day Circle is like my doctorate degree. I feel like I've taken my lifetime of work and research with the elders, and I've actually made something to serve the people.
One of the skill sets of the arts is the capacity to create tangible forms that capture and embody and reveal intangible essences. Leaders can access that skill. And here's where I think Honor Day is so interesting and exciting. Honor is an intangible essence. You can tell if an artist has captured the essence if you have a trained eye. We can tell in the global community if honor is present or not present. In the spirit of a community, in the life of a community, the community is greater than any of its persons. A community that's alive and that's vital has a spirit. People know when that spirit is present. A spirit is not just an abstract concept. It's actually a living presence. But all of a sudden, some obstreperous soul over here says, nope, something's wrong. Something's missing. I want to bring something forward. Comes and sort of interrupts it and says, we've got to pay attention to this other thing. In an honoring society where the spirit of community is truly recognized, the honor holds that person who comes in and interrupts. So the circle of honor recognizes that presence.
Instead of cursing the darkness, light a candle for where we go. There's something ahead worth looking for.
Being a student of history, I then reflected on the connections between the experiences of the Jewish and native peoples. Israelites were, and in some aspects still are, a tribal society tied to the land of Israel. As an indigenous people, the traditions contained within Torah are closely tied to the cyclical turns of the seasons, our notion of the natural order. After the destruction of the Second Temple, the Jews were forced to leave the land and went into the diaspora, where they lost a sense of place and could not root themselves in any one land. However, they spiritually longed to return to the land of Zion. Upon the founding of the State of Israel in 1948, we have regained a certain wholeness. This separation from the land during and after the diaspora saw the Jewish culture shaped by Western dualistic paradigms. Therefore, we must continually go back to the Torah with its physical and spiritual connection to the natural order to regain our hidden wholeness.
Tell me, where can I go? There's no place I can see.
Additionally, the suffering of the Jewish people through the centuries is well documented and has shaped our soul. The forces to convert and the hate-filled killings leading to the Holocaust were attempts at cultural destruction. Somehow, we kept intact our ceremonies and followed the teachings of the Torah, and while there is still much anti-Semitism in the world, we have survived to live a full Jewish life. It is this historical Jewish experience that ties us to our first peoples, as the U.S. government attempted to strip them of their culture with devastating effects on the vitality of their people.
Now I know where to go.
May they and all of us return to the honor way.
Proudly stand. Let me go.
So now I can articulate how Honor Day 2008 and my short journey with Silversong has transformed my life. Firstly, the act of stepping into the spiritual leader's circle was the first time I found myself honoring another people. This created a feeling that honoring was a higher spiritual act than acceptance or respect. It also told me that I wanted to learn more about Silversong's design of the 12 hoops. Silversong stated that honor is the container in which compassion thrives. Silversong's elders told her, never forget ceremony. After understanding the spiritual lessons on the holistic aspect of the natural order that guides Native people's daily decisions, I now bring a new sense of the natural order to my Torah study discussions. I look anew at the Torah's holiday ceremonies based on the cyclic order tied to the seasons. I am thankful for the short term that we have worked together on the still fragile relationship between the Native-led Honor Day Foundation and our Nico Can Compassionate Action Circle. I look forward to a time when we can turn to Silversong and say, here is how we in Nico Can have teamed with the Native American community